My buddy secretly set me up with his CEO sister, said she was gorgeous, loaded, and never home. Every guy in the city would kill to be with her, and if I married her, the two of us could basically live off her black card, and she'd finally have someone to look after her. I was sold on the spot, spent 3 shameless months chasing her down. Sure enough, the morning after the wedding, Jang Ruok-sue was already on a plane for a business trip abroad. She left behind a drawer full of no-limit black cards, and my buddy and I figured we'd live like kings. We straight up bought out the whole venue, but who could have seen what happened next? Jang Ruok-sue called, and her low raspy voice came through the line, "You in bed yet?" I immediately waved the whole room into silence, while casually telling her, "Just finished getting ready for bed." My buddy played along from the side, "Sis, don't worry about a thing. I'm keeping an eye on your husband, oh really?" Those 2 words made my stomach drop, because her voice was getting closer. I spun around, and Jang Ruok-sue was standing right behind us holding her phone. The entire private room went dead silent, and then her cold voice cut through. "Take the young master back to the family estate to await judgment. Escort my husband back to our room." On the ride home, Jang Ruok-sue was noticeably driving faster than usual. My heart was pounding, no idea what she had in store for me. The moment the car stopped, she took my hand and walked me straight inside. I stared at her back, convinced this was the calm before the storm. And sure enough, the second we got through the door, she pushed me up against the wall. Before I could even react, Jang Ruok-sue pressed me against the wall and kissed me. We stumbled our way back to the bedroom from there, by 2:30 in the morning. I used every last bit of strength I had to carry her out of the bathroom, and basically passed out the second I hit the mattress. Jang Ruok-sue looked at my completely wrecked state, and couldn't help furrowing her brow slightly. She wondered if she had pushed it too far, but she was also kind of addicted. It was maddening. This guy had the nerve to go chasing other women, and never once came to find her. The more she thought about it, the more annoyed she got. So she just rolled over and went back for round 2. The next day I didn't wake up until noon. The moment I moved, every part of my body screamed and I hissed through my teeth. Jang Ruok-sue had been up for a while, propped against the headboard working on her laptop. The moment she saw me stir, she shut the computer immediately and reached over to gently press on my lower back. I couldn't hold back a groan. "Jang Ruok-sue, what is wrong with you?" She paused for a second, and her voice came out barely hiding a smile. "Ready to get up, it's time for lunch." My voice was completely hoarse, my whole body aching. Every little movement felt like being stabbed. There was no way I was getting out of this bed. Last night was absolutely brutal, and that was our first time. I used to wonder if the ice-cold boss Jang Ruok-sue was even into that kind of thing. And she made it very clear last night that not only was she into it, she was completely obsessed. Jang Ruok-sue gave a low laugh, the corner of her mouth lifting. "Guess I put on a pretty good show last night," seeing me refuse to budge. She just went with it, pulled back the covers and climbed right into my arms. I couldn't help but ask, "Don't you have work today?" Jang Ruok-sue shook her head, a playful edge in her voice. "Taking time off is called a honeymoon. Where do you want to go?" She had already told her dad yesterday she was taking a full month off, and left him to hold things down at the company. Her dad was not thrilled. But his daughter just got married and he had no choice. I completely blanked. A honeymoon had never even crossed my mind. My voice went quiet. "My studio just got off the ground." Jang Ruok-sue's brow creased, her voice carrying a trace of hurt. "You only get married once, and my husband won't even take a honeymoon with me." I went back and forth on it, and finally said, "Can we wait until my studio is more stable and then go?" I expected Jang Ruok-sue to push back, but she just agreed without hesitation, then threw back the covers, pulled on her pants, and left my clothes right on the edge of the bed, and gave me a playful wink. "I'll go make you something to eat." She already knew exactly what I wanted, because if she stayed in this bed any longer, neither of us was getting up today. She had already told the housekeeper yesterday. No need to come by for the next few days, newlyweds and all. She didn't want anyone interrupting. "Anything is fine. I'm not picky." My whole body was still aching, especially my back. Jang Ruok-sue gently cupped my face and said softly, "If you can't get up, don't bother. I'll bring everything in and we'll eat in the room." Last night she had pushed me to absolute zero. I was practically ready to beg her to stop. Before she finally let up, I nodded without a fight, freely admitting I couldn't move, while quietly calculating whether playing nice now would buy me some peace over the next few days. Jang Ruok-sue just nodded, a faint smile on her lips, didn't say anything else. Just said okay, and walked out of the bedroom. The second she was gone, I reached for my phone on the nightstand, opened WeChat, and found 99 unread messages from Jang Haochen. My head already hurting just looking at it. I was about to reply when his call came through. I hesitated, checked that Jang Ruok-sue had actually pulled the bedroom door shut, then answered. Jang Haochen's voice came through the line, half crying. "My dear brother-in-law, you have got to save me." I pressed my lips together, and said in a stiff tone, "Hang in there, buddy. Things aren't exactly easy on my end either." Jang Haochen was currently holed up in his room, too scared to step outside, convinced home was the safest place to be. Then suddenly, like something clicked, he quickly asked, "You're just now getting back to me. Don't tell me you literally just woke up." I had no answer for that, completely stumped. So I just chose to dodge the question entirely, but Jang Haochen wasn't letting it go. He clicked his tongue twice, never would have guessed about my sister. Ice Queen by day, apparently something else entirely at night. Jang Haochen had fully given up caring at this point, casually roasting his own sister with zero shame or remorse. "So brother-in-law, and how was it? My sis isn't all talk, right?" I silently closed my eyes, thinking if she were all talk, would I have slept until noon? "You want to ask that yourself, go come over and ask her directly." Jang Haochen let out a dismissive scoff. He was currently being relentlessly pursued by a girl named Shen Yuchu, and was completely done with it. It was one drunk night, that's it. They were both adults. Was this really worth making such a big deal over? but she wouldn't let it drop. And even went to her sister about it. Had her sister